I'm Dr. Robin Simmons, the Executive Director of Raising Our Kids Incorporated. All right, parents, time out, huddle in. We need to talk. We need to talk about our kids' social emotional learning and learning styles. All right? We're going to do a quick activity. Right now, I want you to think of a food you do not like. How did that make you feel? I heard some people say, I felt like I was gagging. It had a pit in my stomach. I just feel like, ugh. Okay, I want you to take that same emotion and want you to associate that with, sometimes that's how our kids feel. Sometimes that's how our kids feel before they go into a classroom, before they go into a school building, or learning a subject they don't like. All right? So, going back to the food that you don't like, which thoughts are powerful, so be careful what you think. Why? Why you don't like the food? Some people had a bad experience with it. Some people just smelt it and said, ugh, I don't like it. Whatever the case is. There's always some type of reason why. So going back to our kids, and if they don't like certain things or they're acting out in certain ways, you gotta understand there's always a reason why. Now, social emotional learning is kind of giving our kids the skills of recognizing what emotion that they're having and how to deal with it and how to express it. Some of our kids don't know how to express their emotions, and so that's has to be a lesson that's taught. So at open house, when this is all over, the next school year, whatever, this is a great topic of discussion when you go to open house. You can ask them, what social emotional curriculum do you use? Or how do you incorporate social emotional learning in your daily lessons? Yes. If they cannot answer that, you need to challenge them, because they need to look at the aspects of your child's emotions. Sometimes that's how we figure out if somebody is molesting a child, being abused, or whatever, by how they're acting out. And I know I went to the extreme, but maybe they're being bullied. That's how we know, by their actions. But this is a life skill. Our kids need to know how to express themselves and how to deal with their angers. During life, you're going to get upset, you're going to get mad. We all know that. We need to teach our kids intentionally how to deal with those emotions. Also, social emotional also goes with the social aspect. How do they make friends? Are they the ones that pick on kids just to get the attention? Are they the ones that do like just annoying things to get attention? Or they shy away, they don't know how to talk to make friends? So the social aspect, again, it's a life skill. We need to teach our kids intentionally how to make friends, how to be the friend that they will want to have and everything. And then another part of the social emotional learning is having empathy, showing some type of empathy for kids, each other. As an administrator and someone is fighting, they come to my office and I try to get to the bottom of it. What happened? Well, you talked about my mama. That's always something sensitive, especially with boys. You talk about their mama, it's on. So just teaching our kids how to be empathetic with each other. Now, during this pandemic, they're going through it just like us. They're going outside with masks. Some of us parents saying you got to go outside, you got to wear your mask, you have to wear these gloves, and then when you come in, you're going to strip. We have to sanitize everything. That takes a toll on them. You can't go outside, you can't go over to nobody's house. That takes a toll on them. And if we're not listening to them and listening, they're going to act out of it. So now this is a great chance to teach them how to express their emotions and what to do and how to deal with them. Okay. Now we're going to talk about learning styles. Now, I gave the analogy last video about just because someone likes basketball does not mean they're kinesthetic. They like to move. That's their learning style. Because we can see some of our greatest basketball coaches were not the greatest players. So maybe, I didn't take the inventory of them, but maybe they're more mathematical logical. Who knows? Do you know your learning style? Because if you don't, I want you to take that inventory that I put in the description before you even give it to your kids. And I suggest you give it to your kids. And that's another great topic to bring up during open house. What type of learning style inventory do you use to learn my child's learning style? They don't have an answer to that. They better find one. You know, I used to give a multiple intelligence test. I believe in the Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, which is basically everybody has an intelligence. Everybody. It's just, where does your intelligence lie more on? And that's where I kind of geared certain lessons to when I taught that particular kid, or when that particular kid, I can bring them out to do some things within their intelligence and everything. So I want you to check it out. Check out the multiple intelligences and talk about it and learn your child's learning style, because it also ties with, say they don't like a particular subject. Then how can you tie their learning style with that particular subject? I do want to say, and this is Dr. Simmons saying it, some teachers would say things like, well, my kids are visual learners. I know this because I see them. My kids, they like to move around a lot, so they're all kinesthetic learners. You don't know, and I wouldn't put everybody in a group like that. Now, teaching a lesson, you do want to add different modalities, what we call, to the lesson. So you do want to add different ways of teaching it. Visual, moving, them talking. Yes, you do want to keep those things in mind. But that does not guarantee that's the person's learning style. It does not guarantee it. You know, one of the multiple intelligences is naturalistic. And you probably can think of somebody that loves the outdoors. I particularly don't. I mean, I like sunshine and rain sometimes, but I'm not going to the Grand Canyon and hiking. I don't like to eat outside at a restaurant. If I'm going to a restaurant, I'm paying for the ambiance and everything. I'm sitting inside, air conditioned or temperature controlled. I don't want the wind blowing, pollen getting in my food. I'm not eating outside. Some people, that's what they want and everything. So learning the person's intelligence, you know, will tell a lot about a person. You can think some people are linguistic. That means they can talk and they put their words very well together, or they like to learn words. People that's good at those the word searches and everything like that. So you can kind of see when you take the multiple intelligence test or some type of learning style inventory where your learning style lies. So we are getting to know our kids during this pandemic. I talked to one parent. She was like, oh, I miss y'all. I miss y'all. And you ain't going to have no problems out of me when we get back in school. And I have a greater appreciation for y'all. And I was like, yeah, I think maybe this pandemic is going to bring home and school closer. We're going to have a great appreciation for each other. And we're in this together. So we're going to get through this. So the gameplay, we're still huddled in. The gameplay, talk to our kids for the social emotional, seeing how they are, and their learning styles. We're going to find out what our kids' learning styles are so we can get them together. See you next time. And next time we will talk about culturally responsive teaching and more on the social emotional.